Dear audience, dear guests, my name is Cornel Kosher. I'm very happy and honored to welcome you at Artcore in the very heart of Chisinau city at Moldovan-Bulgarian Economic Forum. And in this respect, actually, today we aim to reflect discussions, to present success stories between our collaboration and our vibrant and inspiring context, and we'll let you present some facts about this. And actually, we will be engaged in different networking sessions. Actually, our colleagues from Invest agency prepared business-to-business networking session, government to business, and also we will have a chance to interact and to initiate discussion in a delicious lunch. So please stay tuned, and further we will announce more details on our agenda. And actually now I'm happy to see that the context between our relations are actually inspiring, and actually this speaks volumes. And here are 5 facts about Bulgarian and Moldovan bilateral relations. Fact number 1. Actually, Bulgaria was among the first state to open a diplomatic mission in Chisinau back in December 1992. So the same, we have one of the richest bilateral frameworks, over 40 signed treaties between Bulgaria and Moldova. That's the fact number 1. Fact number 2, starting in 2021, Bulgaria is in top 10 export partners for the Republic of Moldova, and in 2022, Bulgaria surpassed Poland and Czech Republic. Fact number 3, the export of Moldovan products to Bulgaria exceeded 142 million USD. Actually, this is almost double compared to 2021. Fact number 4, Moldova's trade with Bulgaria has the lowest negative trade balance compared to other Moldova's top 10 partners. And this is a good thing for sure. And the fact number 5, but not the least, is that for some products, actually Moldova is supplier number 1 for Bulgarian market. And let's take a look at dried prunes, because 90% of dried prunes that are imported into Bulgaria are Moldovan products, actually. So let's applaud these performances and these facts, and these are actually, they are not actually fun facts, they are actually real facts related to our inspiring context. And in this respect, we will actually have, and I'm glad to open the welcome speeches, where our leaders and our visionaries actually will share their insights and their commitments, being at the forefront of our economic development. And in this respect, I'm glad to invite our first speaker, Mr. Victor Parlikov, the Minister of Energy of Moldova, whose leadership is significant, especially now, in the energy landscape of our future. Mr. Parlikov, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Dear colleagues, first of all, I'm delighted to be here, also on this business forum. We had yesterday a wonderful event, a very productive event, the Intergovernmental Moldovan-Bulgarian Intergovernmental Commission. It has been for the first time, it's been organized for the first time in the last 8 years. So it's, I treat it as a new restart, as a restart of our relations. The fact that we had about, if I remember, 6 major working groups signifies that we have a lot of, let's say, portfolios, a lot of dynamics on different agendas. And this is a result of a political warming of the relations and political, that our countries are getting closer at highest political level. For the very, during the last year, we had contacts probably at the highest level only in 1 year. We had contacts at the level of presidents, we had contacts at the level of prime ministers, we had many contacts at the level of ministers. We had a lot of common projects. In the energy, I can definitely say that Bulgaria played a significant role in ensuring, in supporting our diversification efforts. And if we managed to diversify ourselves from supply of gas only from Gazprom, that's a lot due to Greece and Bulgaria. of course Romania, but all these countries have played a significant role. Now, this is the political context. It's probably warmer than ever. It's probably better than ever. Now, our job as government officials is to create this background to then put more practical things into work. Because the common agenda which is shared now between Bulgaria and Moldova, which relates to our Moldovan accession to the European Union. Bulgaria had its experience. We are moving towards there. And this shows that the only sustainable way of getting support, political support and permanent support for European integration of our country is when people in the country start to feel that their life improves with as a result of European integration. Now, so far we in Moldova have not managed yet to convince the majority of our population that their life is improving. We have managed to secure the political support for the pro-European vector, but not yet shown sufficient results for backing this up, because this is a credit. This is a credit of trust that the people of Moldova have given us on this political integration agenda, EU integration agenda. That's why our job today, after creating this warm atmosphere and warm context at political level, is to transform it into practical projects, into, first of all, business contacts, into jobs created here, into salaries paid here, into exports to European Union, into private investments coming from here to Bulgaria, from Bulgaria to here, so that as many people in Moldova see and feel how European Union and EU integration is benefiting them personally. And we will do our job from the side of the Ministry of Energy, but there's a lot to do by the business community. And I'm delighted to have here, to see here, robust presence of business community. And I'm hopeful that as a result of these business contacts, we will have new projects realized in Moldova, we will have new jobs created, we will have more trade between our countries, we will have tighter connections, and therefore a broader long-term support for European integration. As I said, I'm particularly attached to the fact that we have in Moldova a large Bulgarian community who so far is not yet convinced that while Bulgaria is a part of the European Union, that they should be supportive of EU integration of Moldova. Now we want to use this wonderful relations between Sofia and Chisinau to bring the value to these people, and I take it as my personal challenge to convince these people that EU integration is more beneficial for them and get more support for EU integration, particularly in the Bulgarian communities, but all over Moldova, of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Parlikov, for your insights and your commitment to help and to leverage these efforts. And dear audience, our next guest speaker is Mrs. Irina Shtonova, Deputy Minister of Economy of Bulgaria, that will share Bulgarian vision for economic cooperation and our future economic ties. Thank you, Mrs. Shtonova, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Mr. Parlikov, dear Your Excellence, dear guests and participants in the Bulgarian-Moldovan Forum. I would like to extend a warm welcome and also a big thank you for the hospitality our mission has seen so far. I have very high confidence in the positive outcomes that are to come after the 9th meeting of the Intergovernmental Bulgarian-Moldovan Commission for Economic Cooperation. The measures and the decisions we agreed upon yesterday will contribute to the further development of cooperation between the two friendly countries and between their business representatives. We mentioned yesterday that the business will find the way to each other, but it's very important for us as governments and as institutions to make sure that we make in both countries as easy as possible to make business, and then the business will find its way to each other. I'm convinced that our companies have opportunities to establish good contacts and to maintain pragmatic partnerships, and to have the potential to influence the growth of the bilateral trade, which, in my opinion, currently has not reached its potential at all. In terms of some of the areas that are of interest in terms of trade and investment, agriculture, energy, the food industry, pharma industry, mechanical engineering, electrical production. We have a great example in banking that we're going to hear more about today, tourism. The list goes on, and as Mr. Parlikov mentioned yesterday, we had so many areas of cooperation that really the opportunities are endless. I want to express again that the Bulgarian side is ready to share its experience, to be more active in terms of bilateral forums, visits. We just started, so let's keep the momentum going. I wish all of you fruitful contacts and long-term partnerships. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Shtonova, for your insights and your leveraging efforts in this respect. And dear colleagues, now we are inviting on the stage Mrs. Catalina Plinsky, State Secretary from Ministry of Infrastructure and Regional Development. Thank you. Let's welcome.
Hello, everyone. It is my pleasure, dear guests, to welcome you in Moldova on my behalf and on behalf of the Ministry of Economic Development and Digitalization. Today, we reaffirm and strengthen the long-standing economic collaboration between our two nations. Our rich history of economic cooperation is strengthened by several key agreements aimed at developing our mutual trade and economic relations. Just yesterday, we marked another milestone with the signing of a memorandum of understanding between the Invest Moldova agency and the Invest Bulgaria agency, creating expanded networking opportunities and promoting investment in both our countries. The statistics show that trade relations between our countries are constantly growing. In 2023, the bilateral trade volume between the Republic of Moldova and the Republic of Bulgaria recorded the amount of 233 million USD, with positive trends in both exports and imports. Moreover, the Republic of Bulgaria ranks a prominent investor in Moldova, with 176 companies registered with Bulgarian capital, reflecting a total investment of 118 million lei. Currently, Moldova exports a diverse range of products to Bulgaria. However, there is immense potential to further grow, particularly in sectors such as textiles and industrial products. Likewise, Moldova is keen on importing more products from Bulgaria, particularly fertilizers and others. To capitalize on these opportunities and further strengthen our economic ties, we must continue our dialogue through organizing events like today's forum and economic missions. These platforms provide important opportunities for businesses and entrepreneurs for both countries to showcase their products and services and explore new avenues for cooperation. I encourage you all to actively engage in the dialogue today. Together we can unlock the full potential of economic partnership between our two countries, driving sustainable growth and prosperity for both the Republic of Moldova and the Republic of Bulgaria. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Plinsky. Thank you. Your speech actually confirmed our 5 fun facts about bilateral relations, and it's went far beyond this. So the next, we are pleased to invite to the stage Mrs. Natalia Bejan, General Director of Invest Moldova Agency, that most probably will take us through Moldova's strides towards becoming a beacon of investment opportunities in the region and presenting the best Moldova can propose. Mrs. Bejan, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Hello. Once again, welcome to Moldova, to the delegation from Bulgaria. We are very happy to have you here. And honestly, yesterday was a day that was actually beyond signing the memorandum of understanding in between Invest Moldova and Invest Bulgaria teams. We've actually sat together and we've discussed what we can do next. We've also committed on the next date when ourselves are going to go to Bulgaria, and that's going to happen already next month. So this is already happening. What we've been discussing yesterday at the Commission, what is going on today, beyond the fact that we are here with our presence, there is work being done in the background. There are already plans being made of what is there next. To add to the fun facts, but also positive facts that you've mentioned a bit earlier, Bulgaria is one of the countries that is clearly showing that the accession to the European Union is a very good thing. Last year, in 2023, Bulgaria has reached a record year in terms of the foreign direct investments. It has been one of the best years ever so far for Bulgaria. The statistics are showing that at least for the last 12 years, who knows what has been there before the 12 years. So this is for sure something that we can look up to and make sure that once the war in Ukraine is over, and we hope that this is going to happen as soon as possible, because regardless how much work we are doing, this is a thing that is there on the table every single day. So the question is, are we as a country, Moldova, ready right now, if there is no war going on, are we ready already to attract the largest investments, the biggest and the best opportunities for our country, but also for the benefit of the partners that we are working with? Yes, the exports, the imports with Bulgaria are important. The numbers are important. Bulgaria is within the top 10 in terms of both. But they are not mandatorily growing as quick as we would like. And for sure, there are many areas of opportunity where we have to do much more work. Today on the stage, you will see very many success cases or like showcases that are showing not only the largest investments from the Bulgarian side into Moldova, but we are going to be very proud to show you as well Moldovan investments in Bulgaria. We have Moldovan technological startups that have started here, and after raising €1 million, and I'm talking about the Bloom Coding that has done this last year, the first country that they decided to expand their activities to was Bulgaria. The second was Poland. Unfortunately, Poland hasn't been working that well, and that's absolutely normal and good for the startups, and they've decided to close it, so that has pivoted to somewhere else. But Bulgaria has been and is successful, and what is also really great, and Mr. Parlikov also mentioned, we are able also to serve Bulgaria, including with people from Moldova, because we are a multilingual country that speaks, right now in Moldova we have companies, outsourcing companies that are speaking 14 languages. Right now this is happening, so we don't have to invent or like start learning today languages. Services in 14 languages, we already can do that. And Bulgarian is one of the top languages because we have people that are speaking it as a native language. I will have my colleagues a bit later show you diverse areas of investment opportunities into Moldova, so I'm going to let them take that part. I wish you a very productive, efficient, good meeting, and once again I just want to reinforce, restate that this is an event where we are showing the openness, but I assure you that the work is already being done as well in the background, and we are absolutely open at Invest Moldova Agency for any questions that you have as a potential commercial economic partner or investor in Moldova. Please knock at our door. We will have the resources, the people to answer your questions and to make sure that you are ready for a successful partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Bejan. It was truly inspiring, and just to add on top, the new office of Invest Agency is in the very heart of Chisinau, so the access should be very, very, very easy from this respect. Thank you, and our following guest speaker is Mrs. Gabriela Dimitrova, which is Director of International Relations of Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mrs. Dimitrova, the floor is yours. Thank you.
I'm thankful for the warm welcome. The Bulgarian delegation today is small but well structured, and I believe ready to meet all your expectations. I represent the oldest business organization in our country, the Bulgarian Chamber of Commerce and Industry. We expect our 130th birthday next year. And I'm glad to say that we have prominent and good partners in Moldova. Chamber of Commerce, the Invest Agency, and amongst them many other institutions and organizations that are trying to make life of businesses easier. This is our goal today. If it happens that you don't find the correct answer of your questions and your partner today, please feel free to contact me and my colleagues from the Chamber of Commerce. Our members are more than 52,000. So I believe with our capacity to serve businesses, we will be able to support your work. The key words today are fun facts. I want to add some of them. We have some special goals that have European dimension. Business organizations are ready to support your companies, and as they're doing and constantly, Bulgarian companies, in exploring the European market and also overseas. Because when we do plans today, we have to think about the future, and the future is not only the European Union, it's around the world. Thank you, dear ministers, your excellency, and dear partners, for the cooperation. I believe we'll have success today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Dimitrova. Thank you. And the last but not the least, our speaker is Mr. Sergiu Harea, which is the president of the Moldovan Chamber of Commerce, and we'll delve into the role of commerce and industry in bridging our economic ties. Mr. Harea, please.
Dear Minister, dear Deputy Minister, dear colleagues, I'm glad to be today here on this very important for us economic forum. My colleague from the Bulgarian Chamber mentioned that they have 122. We are a little bit younger, 105 years, when was created the Chamber of Commerce of Moldova. But I'd like to mention that we signed agreement with our colleagues from Bulgarian Chamber in 1994. This year we have 30 years when we signed this agreement of cooperation between two chambers. During this year, we organized many activities. We just discussed before this meeting that in this year we organized two events. In the beginning of this year in Plovdiv, exhibition for agro-food, and participation of delegation from Bulgaria on national exhibition made in Moldova. It is very important to continue this cooperation. This today forum, it's just a start for learning from both sides, because we started to negotiate our access to European Union. We have to know better the regulations and to learn from your experience. Afternoon today, we will have also a meeting in the Chamber of Commerce and Industry to see what we can do together to support business from both countries. I would like to mention that Moldovan business is very interested because the market, Bulgarian market, is important for us. Every year we grow our export and also import. We have to support them to grow together for other markets too. Thank you for this opportunity to discuss, and I wish all the business from both countries to found a partner today, to start to do business together, and it's important to do business in both countries and to increase the economy of our countries. Thank you, and wish the best.
Thank you, Mr. Hara, for presenting such practical instruments, and hopefully the engagement of both chambers will reflect practical support for our businesses. Dear guests, actually here we end our welcome speeches, and next we will have presentation on our screen from experts and visionaries from different institutions that are actually deeply rooted in economic realities from both countries. And in this respect, I would like to present our first speaker with presentation, which is Igor Ștefanec, representing Invest Moldova agency, and Igor will shed light on the investment opportunities that Moldova offers. Please welcome Igor.
Now? Yes. Hello everyone. Nice to meet you, and I'm very glad that we have managed to organize this event today. I will have, I hope, a short presentation in 15 minutes, despite I have 34 slides.
10 minutes?
I have a lot, 10 minutes even. I have a lot of things to say, but what I realized today that we are somehow competitors in investment attraction. And we have the same economic sectors, by the way, where we are focusing our efforts in order to attract investment. So it's mainly electronic, automotive, ICT, and pharma as well. I will try to pitch some of those companies. I know that the pharma industry is here, and I will be more than happy to meet you after the event. Let's start our journey to the key facts and the figures of the Republic of Moldova. So first of all, we are a small country in the Eastern Europe, 2.6 million. I believe we have also the same problem with demographics as Bulgaria and Moldova. But we have a very good achievement in 2022. We have become EU candidate member that give us the forecast for the companies that would like to operate in Moldova, especially for the Bulgarian companies that they also have faced the regulatory framework change and also all the studies of how was implemented the European Union regulation. So also I think one of the best offers now of Republic of Moldova is our geographical position. Everybody, of course, is presenting their country as a bridge between East and West, but we also have one of the very important offer now is the reconstruction of Ukraine. So the companies are invited to participate because definitely the war will end and will have a huge amount of work to do, and especially the big territory of Ukraine and the amount of population, more than 30 million, Republic of Moldova could be a hub also for logistics and for reconstruction, especially for the companies interested in construction and infrastructure. Also, we have signed free trade agreement with more than 47 countries. You can have an access to a market to approximately 1 billion customers if the company operates in Republic of Moldova. Regarding the logistics, I would like to mention that we have signed the TNT, Trans-European Transport Network. We also have access to the Black Sea, and we could be a hub for the Varna port as well. We are in close collaboration with Galatz and Port and Constanța, and Varna could be also an interesting hub for us. Also, we will modernize our infrastructure, and also we have an access to the European Union in terms of railway. And the last but not the least, the electricity system of our country will connect to European Union one. In this regards, in the next 5 years, we have a big offer in terms of infrastructure. So it's roads, bridges, electricity, renewable energy, airport and ports. So this is our first offer for the Bulgarian companies to come to participate in the tenders of EBRD, of our government, in the strategic infrastructure projects. Some figures that today was highlighted regarding the exports. That's true. Bulgaria is among of 10 top 10 partners in terms of exports. European Union is, you can see, is 65% of our export of 2023, CIS country 22, other countries 11, and that's true. Is number 9 is Bulgaria. We are exporting $86 million in 2023. A little bit by the way of decrease if to compare with 2022. In the same time, the import from European Union is 50%, and Bulgaria is not present in top 10, but in top 15 with import total of 140 million. Regarding the FDI, in the last 5 years, European Union countries have invested, the companies from European Union is 33% of the total origin of investment. And of course, Bulgaria also is very present here with the very united holding that have invested in one of the main banks, one of the biggest banks in our country. And we also have attract one company in pharma. In the same time, I would like to show that these are the logos of the companies that have invested in the last 5 years. The main economic sectors are, of course, financial and insurance, 30%. Then we have retail and manufacturing. Some operational costs that is very important, and also it will be very interesting to understand what are the costs also in Bulgaria. The fiscal system in our country are pretty friendly. The corporate is 12, social is 24, and VAT is 20. For some economic sectors, the VAT is have a special rate, like in HoReCa, pharma, industry, and natural gases and transportation. In the same time, we are one of the top countries in terms of ease of doing business. We used to be 13 in the world, and definitely I can confirm that we can open a business in Moldova in one day in several procedures, maximum free procedures and one bank account. Also, rental costs and utility costs are lower than in the region, even to compare with Budapest, Bucharest, or Belgrade, and also the real estate costs, including taxes, are one of the lowest in the region. Regarding the sectors that I were mentioned in the beginning of my presentation, that we have the same sectors. We are somehow competitors, but we have identified how we can collaborate in terms of investment attraction. As every agency, we have, and I believe the Invest Bulgaria as well, the aftercare or aftercare services. We can collaborate here with the companies that would like to move from Bulgaria in terms of to relocate their part of the plant from Bulgaria, and we can offer our platforms as well to invest in Moldova. We are working in this regard with Hungary, with HIPA, with Czech investment, and we have managed to attract in the last 5 years 4 projects of the international companies in this field. But the main sectors we divide in the following way: ICT, business services, shared services, and creative. That is everything related to serving provider sector. We have electronic, automotive, textile, and industrial production, food processing, that we are everything related to industrial. We have one offer that is free economic zone, industrial parks, and industrial platforms. And we have emerging sector that is renewable energy, pharma industry that we'd like to capitalize on our good labor force and university. I will not highlight all of them because Natalia will speak definitely about IT. Definitely, you know that automotive is one of the main pillars also in terms of export at the moment, and we have 3 main pillars in this sector: is electronics, wire harnesses, R&D, and textile. And we are pleased to also happy to announce that electronic is doubling in the last 3 years. And each of the companies that you see on the slide have doubled their workforce in the last 3 years. I will stop here because it's 10 minutes, I believe, have passed. And definitely, okay. 1 more minute. Of course, I will end with our treasure, national treasure, is wine industry. And I know that one of our main wineries have invested also in Bulgaria, have opened their own facility over there. And this is one of the most important in terms of export of goods economic sector. And by the way, I know that Bulgaria also have a very good wine. We have a collaboration in 3 years ago at the agency and the WineNet project that will include 3 main countries that was responsible for wine creation in the world. So it's Bulgaria, Romania, and Moldova in the Black Sea Basin. And I know Stara Zagora wine. We have managed to somehow to discover the wine from Bulgaria, but definitely it's a huge market that we could also have an access to Bulgarian market. And what is Invest Moldova? What we can do to what we can offer to potential investor. First of all, we government institution, the Prime Minister office, and we can arrange everything from scratch, from the beginning, all the information, database. Everything related to how to open a business, to connect to relevant partners, business consulting companies, HR, real estate companies, audit companies, accounting companies. We can help you to connect to the international banks here and to have a tailored services for each company. And of course, we have an aftercare service as well, the post-investment program. We have a dedicated team that the company will feel our support in terms of solving, let's say, their problems and troubleshooting. Of course, our main mission is you to be, as companies, to grow your figures and to be very profitable, and us to grow our economy and increase our workforce. That's all from my side, and thank you very much. I hope you have a lot of questions.
Thank you. Thank you, Igor. Thank you for this sprint. A lot of useful information in 12 minutes, so it's great. Thank you. And related to this, just one question that is related to your presentation on initiatives. We know that Invest Agency is on the track on investment attraction and export promotion, namely on new or upcoming initiatives related to investment attraction. Do we have some news or some new programs or initiatives related to this? Maybe touching upon the relationship between Moldova and Bulgaria, or general initiatives that could be of interest for our Bulgarian partners? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much for your question. We have one tool, FDI intelligence tool, that we have dedicated all the companies that are from Bulgaria that would like to relocate to emerging Europe, where Moldova also is considered. I will not give the names. We will prepare a dedicated, of course, offer, and we'll invite them to a study visit in Republic of Moldova. But mainly, as I mentioned, we are targeting, that's on the lead generation, but we are targeting 3 main sectors. First of all is infrastructure, where we definitely have a roadmap of 5 years and a big injection of money from partners. Second is IT industry and business service, where we also have a dedicated offer. You definitely will see is one of the best, not in Europe, but in the world as well. And the third, but not the least, we will try to target also production companies, and especially I know the top 5 companies in Bulgarian companies are in chemistry and pharma, and we'd like also to offer this our country's platforms as well, because we have good apprentices from university, we have good infrastructure, and we have good connection also for European Union as well, and other countries in CIS. So this is our offer and our approach for Bulgarian companies.
Thank you, Igor, and good luck with your initiatives. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Dear guests, our next speaker is, as mentioned, Natalia Donzu, administrator at Moldova Innovation Technology Park, also known as MITP. Natalia is envisaged to discuss the innovation ecosystem in Moldova by landscaping this. Thank you, Natalia, and the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I know that we are in the morning, that you are in a business trip. Probably you are not, into so many presentations. But what I hope that you take from what I will share with you is Either if you are an entrepreneur connected to the IT sector, either if you are, for instance, a policymaker who is connected to this sector, or you work in this sector in your country and contribute to its growth. I hope you take at least one idea from my presentation, and I hope we have the chance to connect after it and exchange our ideas. So a few words about Moldovan IT sector. Is the fastest growing sector in our economy, and for this reason, inclusively, I think it's been recognized as a top government priority, and we have some dedicated policies to develop this sector. Looking back, we've been inspired by Romania, who adopted a special tax regime for the IT companies in 2003. And I think in 2006, we copy-paste their model. But at some point of time, we understood that we are in a region where all the countries are in a big competition, because it's a it's an industry with high mobility, meaning you can do IT wherever in the world if you have, the needed knowledge, computer, and connection to internet. So our challenge, or our aim, was to see how we can figure out a very innovative and simple model at the same time, so that we stay competitive in the region. So let's look at some numbers, how we evolved, and the numbers that we are seeing now on the screen are a result of a game changer that we had in Moldova, namely the law on IT parks. In 2018, the Moldovan government created the first virtual IT park in Moldova, which I'm representing today. And since then, our industry grew by more than 3 times, and now has a share of 5% in the GDP of our country. So now we are a community of more than 1,700 companies. Here, the thing to remember is that if you want to get connected to the Moldovan IT sector, that would be the platform. It's basically 80% of the entire sector on our platform. Among these companies, more than 230 companies are companies with foreign capital. I've looked into the origin of the capital of these companies, and unfortunately, as of now, we have only one IT company with Bulgarian capital. So there is room for improvement in this sense. But also, as you see, now the foreign investments come mostly from US and the EU countries. So more than 100 companies with EU capital here in Moldova. We see Romania on the second place. You probably have seen that Romania has changed the approach to the IT sector recently, since November, when they mostly abolished the incentives they had. So now we see a very increased demand and interest from Romanian IT entrepreneurs looking for other locations, probably including Moldova, Balkan countries, Bulgaria, to expand or relocate their business to. And I hope we soon can see also Bulgaria among this top investing country. A few words about the value of the IT sector. We don't have yet a unicorn in Moldova, but we can say that as of last year, the entire industry can be valued like a unicorn, because its total sales, its total value exceeded 1 billion euro. As I mentioned, around 75% is generated by our resident companies, and you can see how fast it evolved from year to year. Transposed into contribution to the GDP of our country, as I mentioned, now the IT sector holds a share of 5% in it. For 2023, this number will increase to 6%, and it's just a demonstration of the fact that when a country adopts a very friendly and fiscal tax environment, for a sector, it can actually generate very, very good results. In terms of exports, 90% of everything that we produce in the Moldovan IT sector goes to exports. We are talking also about the EU country and the US. Out of all the exports that we have as a country, 11% are due to IT services. If we will compare only to the export of services, this number will double, and we will have like 22% of all the services coming from the IT. I also had a look of exports to the Bulgarian market. Only 1.2 million euros are those services which we currently export to Bulgaria, and I think here we also have a good potential to work together. Igor mentioned in his almost last slide the thing about wine. Of course, wine is a product, you know, that we can see, we can taste, and we can have an impression of it. Of course, the brand of our country is very much linked to the good wines that Moldova has. But we are also proud of the fact that comparing to such a valuable and good product as wine, the export of IT services already for the last 5 or 6 years exceeded actually the exports of wine. So just another demonstration of the fact how big is the potential in this sector in Moldova and how it evolves. Also an increased number of employees in the sector, so we have around 26,000 people working in the Moldovan IT sector, and this number is growing year by year. We try on one side to complement this from internal resources, I mean to grow more talent in the country, but we also have some programs which aim brain gain policy. Like for instance the IT visa program, which will facilitate the immigration for foreign specialists that will come to work in this sector. As for average salaries, we are now at a level of around 2,100 euro. We made a public salary survey in which we compared us to Romania and Serbia, and I think Bulgaria is pretty much close to this. What actually makes the difference is the taxation level or the payroll taxes, the salary taxes that are associated with these salaries. And I think this is a differentiator between the countries in the region. On the slide, we made the comparison with Romania. So, for instance, if we will take a net salary of 3,000 euros in Moldova, there would be no payroll taxes on it due to our tax regime, and I will present it a little bit later. In Romania, if we offer the same salary, the taxes that we will need to pay to the state budget are close to 1,900 euros. So it's a very big difference, and of course it's very important things for those entrepreneurs and investors which work in this sector. I think we can make this comparison with Bulgaria too, but I mean it's only for you like to get an inspiration and to see how it can be maybe done otherwise. So as I mentioned, the game changer for us was the law on IT parks. The good news is that we have this 7% single tax on revenues and no other taxes for the IT companies. But it's not only a very good offer, it's an offer that also has behind the state guarantee. And I think especially those of you which are in business, in investment, know how important is the predictability in terms of state policies. And good for us is that we succeeded to secure this state guarantee by 2035, meaning that no matter what happens in the standard tax regime, the companies which reside in the park will still enjoy this 7% single tax. So it's a commitment, if you want, a state guarantee from our country toward this sector. 7% single tax for IT companies. This tax actually replaces all the normal, let's say, so taxes that would be due by the company and its employees, meaning that these companies don't pay any corporate income tax, don't pay any payroll taxes, but also some local real estate and road taxes. And of course, the biggest tax costs are not those with the corporate income tax, because usually countries used to compare themselves, but we have, for instance, 10% or 12% or 0% in terms of corporate income tax. When it comes to IT, the most important are actually the payroll taxes, those that are attached to these big salaries that we see in these companies. I don't know how it is in Bulgaria, but in Moldova, in the IT sector, we have like the highest salary in the country. So it is very important to have a look at this as well. Of course, besides the affordable tax costs, it is also very simple, because imagine if you run an IT company, you don't need to calculate, report, and pay 7 different taxes to the state. You do it once, and this saves a lot of energy, time, and also money on your account. At the level of the employees, they also don't pay any payroll taxes, so the salary that they agree with their company is the same without any withholdings, and they also enjoy full state health insurance and limited social security benefits. The guarantee, as I mentioned, by 2035, Moldova will have this 7% single tax for the IT companies. So here my call to you as ambassadors in your communities, if you are in connection with such entrepreneurs which will see an opportunity in it and which are looking for some international locations, except Bulgaria, of course, to share this opportunity with them. The special tax regime is applicable to any company that is operating in Moldova. The condition is that at least 70% of the revenues to be derived by the activities which we see on the screen. Basically, we refer here to the entire spectrum of IT services, starting from software development and games development and IT consultancy and so on, but also some activities from the Createch, like the production of special design and special effects and digital design. As of February, we also have a new activity eligible in the park, and we are referring here to the call centers, those which are purely oriented toward the export. Yeah, and another very good opportunity is the fact that we don't oblige these companies to have their full staff in Moldova, meaning that they can have part of their team in Moldova, but they can also employ remote workers across the globe, and this will not affect their tax liabilities in Moldova. Still, for those foreigners who would like to come to work physically in Moldova, we have this IT visa program. Is a program which allows senior managers to get a work permit for 4 years and IT specialists for 2 years. This is also applicable for their family members meaning kids, spouse, parents, and it means that within 1 month you can get from the immigration authorities, which most of the expatriates don't like in any country, with all the procedures and all the papers, you can get a work permit easily in Moldova. So this was, in a nutshell, the offer that we have as a country. For this sector, my call to you would be to spread the word about this opportunity, and if you are working in policy making, or if you are working in this ecosystem in Bulgaria, let's see how we can partner, exchange some best practices, connect our communities.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you for this landscape of IT. And one just question for validation. So in this respect, you mentioned that just one IT company of Bulgarian capital is engaged in YNAM-TP. Related to this, how do you think how this innovation ecosystem can contribute to bilateral development in order to enhance and boost these relations, especially in IT, technology, innovation, and so on and so forth? Thank you.
I think one of the biggest gains that we have as a country with this IT park is that we succeeded to bring the entire sector on one platform. I truly believe that behind any incentives, the power of growth lays in cooperation. So the good thing that Moldova now has, it can connect easily our community to the external world. So this would be, for instance, for those like organizations in Bulgaria, companies in Bulgaria who are looking for different type of matches in the Moldovan IT sector, the IT Park would be their partner in this sense.
Thank you, Natalia. Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Thanks. Dear guests, following the investment topic and the inspiring context, we are delighted to invite our guest speaker, Mr. Yulian Balchev, Secretary General of Invest Bulgaria agency, that will hopefully provide an overview of Bulgaria's business and investment climate and potential collaboration. Mr. Balchev, the floor is yours. Let's welcome.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Dear Mr. Parlikov, I'm not seeing you here, but I would like to thank you so much for this warm hospitality, for this productive work together. And I'm pretty sure that after the presentation of my colleagues, we can have common success together. We have lots of opportunities. Unfortunately, 8 years are 8 years, but so our session is right on time. We can continue on this fruitful way together with our business, who came also from Bulgaria, to explore the possibilities here. Yes, we have some, let's say, negative points in the investment, but after the trade, the investment also will come, I'm pretty sure. Dear Mrs. Shtonova, thank you, to your team, that you did this great job and that we have this success today. Dear Excellency Ambassador Dobreva, thank you too. Thank you so much for this event, for this excellent organization of our common intergovernmental commission and our successful forum. Dear guests, dear organizers, thank you that you have time to come here and to have some thoughts together, to have some discussions, and to see how we can improve our cooperation. So let's see the presentation of our structure. This is Invest Bulgaria agency. We are under the Ministry of Innovation and Growth. So we heard a lot of innovation here in Moldova. So also the government of Bulgaria has a target to make Bulgaria innovation hub in our region. So this is not easy, but thanks to the efforts of all the ecosystem, of all the colleagues, we can have success in that field. So this structure, Invest Bulgaria Agency, is situated in Sofia. We have headquarters in Sofia, and we cover the whole country with some support, with some investment incentives, and our job is also to start the business very easy for the companies. In 2 words, we also fight bureaucracy in our country, and so we have success. What can I say in the beginning also? The target of our government, since 31st of March, you know, we are entering Schengen zone via air and via water access to Bulgaria. This is a very successful step in our full integration in the European Union structures. And the next step for our government is for the next year to enter the Eurozone. So we hope with these 2 important steps that will facilitate the business, to facilitate the people who has Schengen visa to come very easy to Bulgaria also, and to push also the trade between the countries, because now, after having access also via road, hopefully this or next year, depending on the decision of the EU countries. So we hope that all our trade will also raise in the positive trade, and we will have success also in this field. Yes, you know, we have also stability. I mean, what this stability is that Bulgaria is currently also pegged, Bulgarian leu is pegged to euro, so we have predictability for the businesses, we have predictability for your business plans. Since 1997, Bulgarian leu is pegged to euro, and this will stay until we enter the Eurozone. So next year, as I mentioned, we'll enter hopefully the Eurozone, because our last criteria is the inflation. Hopefully the government will manage that this year, and we will have this opportunity to enter the Eurozone. Coming in Bulgaria, so we also have a good location, geostrategical location, and the companies from Moldova can benefit of production in our country and exporting not only to the European Union, to the east, and you can go and approach the middle and the far east, having opportunities from our country. Also, we provide talent. So this is one of the sector, IT. I think this is the sector we can start working together. Yes, we are competitors, but on the other side, we can also work together, because we can have a big company and they can open office in Sofia, for example. They can open office in Chisinau. So this also can have a mutual success for our both countries. So we can work in that way, because Bulgaria is also a small country, and you should work together, not only on the competitive level, but on the common level, how to attract bigger companies, and they can work in the region. So I'm sure that this time is coming. In the next years, we will focus together and to have mutual success. Also in Bulgaria, you have no language barriers, so each big city in our country has a language school. So that means you can find people speaking English, speaking French, speaking German, speaking Italian, speaking French, Italian, so you can rely on that workforce. Workforce in Bulgaria is reliable, and talent. Workforce is creative. So that's why many companies, having opened their activities in our country, after that they made several expansions, the second, third, fourth expansions, and we are proud that this is a positive sign for the others, first establish their activities in our countries. So they see that they can rely on the people. They start production. After that, they start thinking about creating R&D center. That is the next of the steps. But this is because of this very good environment and because of our government, because of our legislation, and because of our investment incentives measures. Yes, there are many opportunities for innovation and technology transfer. So you have low operational cost also in Bulgaria. You have also low level of taxation, 10% for corporate income tax, 10% for personal income tax. We have areas of high unemployment where you can have 0% corporate income tax for the reinvested profit. So this regime is very interesting and this is working. This is also under Invest Bulgaria agency. So we have also many opportunities to go together in that direction. On the next point, so some figures about the macroeconomic indicators. My colleague said already that we had an increase in the foreign direct investment last year. We have low government debt, which is around 22%. So another important issue is that we have 5% withholding tax. This is dividend tax. Very low and very competitive in our country. So on the next level, I'll show you the figures. How are the foreign investment structured in our country for the last 10 years. So since 2021, we have 1.5 billion euro. 2023, only for 2 years, we have doubled and more. We have 3.6 billion euro foreign direct investment in Bulgaria. So this is because of the support of the government and because of our investment incentive measures. I'll explain to you a little bit later. So how we contribute to that process, Invest Bulgaria agency, we have a certification procedure. So if the investor decides to invest in Bulgaria and to benefit from the investment incentives, they are coming to us. And together with the investor, we are following the procedure, application form, which is short, easy procedure, and they can benefit from the Bulgarian government. So last year we have 31 big investment projects, and so they open with that project more than 2,500 new jobs, and the investment is more than 300 million euro. The most attractive sector, according to our statistics, the companies are investing in the manufacturing, mainly IT, also like in Moldova, healthcare and warehousing for their activities in Bulgaria. So on this slide, I show you that our cooperation in the investment field is on low level, but together with our colleagues, we work that and we can improve this situation and to have more investment from Moldova to our country. Hopefully very soon we will have a result. Okay, for Bulgaria, as I already mentioned to you, that we have a very good opportunity for technology, for innovation. Our Ministry of Innovation and Growth has signed recently very important memorandums to work together with NASA's program. We have signed cooperation to work in the innovation level. So there are many new opportunities in Bulgaria for the companies, and also, as has been mentioned before, there are many opportunities for startups. There are many also good ways of financing those startup companies, and they have a very good and friendly environment in our country. The next important thing our government did, our government has supported the new Institute for Computer Science and Artificial Intelligence and Technology. So this institute has been supported by the budget. Now we have working there PhD students, researchers, and we also have created Bulgarian chat GPT. So this is a chat GPT, but Bulgarian version. They have opened this platform for the companies, and our business also can benefit for free from this platform. So this is a very good success of this new institute. Another important, our government has financed, and we bought years ago, 3 or 4 years, I cannot remember right now, sorry for that. We have a new supercomputer. This is pentascale supercomputer, which is working in Sofia Tech Park. So with that supercomputers, they have open, let's say, limited for the companies. So they are going there, and they can make several operations on that supercomputer and see how their new ideas, new developments, new research will go on the next level with the support of this big source of, let's say, of mathematics calculations. So also at this Sofia Tech Park, you can have a good and friendly environment to work with the professors and to have an open space, office space for the companies, if companies from Moldova would like to come to our country. A little bit words more about the talent. So as I mentioned, why companies are coming here. Maybe also we have to add that Bulgarians, they have many awards, Bulgarian pupils. So they also like study maths, which allow them after that to go in the IT sector, to go in this very important sector, which is also very well growing in our country. So we have success in informatics, in physics. Many of students, they are working, they are studying abroad, and then they prefer to come back in Bulgaria and to find appropriate job with very famous and world companies already established in our country. The next point is very important. In Bulgaria and Moldova, we have a very, let's say, we have, I'm really impressed of the quality of the Moldovan wine. So we have a very common topic starting from somewhere. And what we can do together from the, for example, business meeting, from the trade, just how to improve the quality of our wines, because our wine is also very qualitative because of the important is the climate area, you know. So our two countries has this very important incentive of the business. On the next point, this is the security. So you can feel secure coming to Sofia. All the other cities in Bulgaria, you know very well. I was very impressed when we have discussed with my colleagues yesterday that they come to vacation in Bulgaria, they go to Turkey, they go to Greece, they go everywhere, but their children say, we prefer to go back in Bulgaria. I was very happy about that, to hear that. And I'm sure that this is one of the steps, very important steps, because first, the investor is going somewhere via tourist. So he sees what is the environment, how the people are friendly, how he feels there, and then he decides to start up business activity. So we are a very secure country. You can walk around during the night. I cannot say that about Paris now. I cannot say that about Berlin. So Bulgaria is more safety than the big capitals in Europe. So you feel very secure, you feel at home in our country. A couple of words about the investment incentives in our country. So what we offer in Bulgaria, having the certificate from our structure, so you can have financial investment incentives and you have non-financial. Maybe the most important are the financial investment incentives, so you can have the social security back of your workers. The government is paying for 1 or 2 years, depending on the location of the project, the social security on behalf of the employer. So the employee is paying around 18%, depending on the sector, over the salary of the worker. So if you have certificate, the state is giving back this amount of money for 1 year in the big cities and for up to 2 years in the smaller cities in our country. What can the government do for your business? You can get subsidy for the training of the new employed workers. So this is up to 25%. This is for professor coming to your company to teach to the new workers. You can send your workers somewhere, so everything is paid from the government. On the next point, the government can pay via the municipality for the infrastructure you need to your investment project. If you choose somewhere a site without infrastructure, so you can have this amount of money from the state. We support the relationship between the new companies, between the municipalities, the universities, because it's very important for the companies when they come to our country to have this in front of them and to create a new specialties at our universities in these new inquiries for the business of the companies. Our services are free of charge, so please feel free and come to us and knock on our door. Maybe I should end here. If you have additional questions, please contact us, knock on our door. We'll be glad to meet you here in Bulgaria. And now we'll have a very short movie just to make this point now. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Mr. Balchev. Thank you.
For every beginning, there is a place to live, a place to grow, a place to move to, and a place to move you. Today, you're taking the first step to that place. A place which connects you to the Middle East and Russia without ever leaving the European Union. A place of great connections where the internet is amongst the 10 fastest in the world. Everything moves fast in this place. A booming economy with low operating costs and a corporate tax of just 10%. A smart place with smart people. People who top the global charts in mathematics and rank 3rd in the world in IT specialists per capita. People who communicate with the world. 1 in 2 speaks at least 1 foreign language. This place is a vibrant global software development hub, an industry growing by 30% year on year. The automotive sector is also driving in the fast lane, helping 90% of the European cars move. And there's more. More electrical manufacturing, more mechatronics, more mechanical engineering, electronics, innovations. More is moving forward in this place. Until it pauses. Just for a moment. And then you dive into 14 centuries of cultural heritage. You are dazzled by the stunning natural beauty and never get tired of its diversity throughout its 4 seasons. You fall in love with this place of abundance where half of the land is arable, fertile, clean, and rich in mineral water. So move forward and be moved by Bulgaria. Take the first step and let us welcome you with strong institutional support and attractive business incentives. Invest in Bulgaria. For every...
Great. Thank you, Mr. Balchev. Actually, this great country pitch answered my questions that was supposed to ask you. So thank you. And dear guests, our next guest speaker is Mr. Mikhail Milkov from the Bulgarian Energy Holding that will bring to table his expertise, focusing on opportunities for cooperation in renewable and energy. Mr. Milkov, please, the stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, dear ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I'm the CFO of Bulgarian Energy Holding, and today I have prepared a short presentation.
Click on the button.
Okay, excuse me for that.
It's okay.
I hope that you're going to learn a little bit more for our company today with all of our subsidiaries, starting with the company profile. Bulgarian Energy Holding Group is a 100% state-owned, and it's the largest holding company in Bulgaria. It owns and operates energy infrastructure that is strategic for the national security. And it is the backbone of the electricity production sector of the country with 6.3 gigawatts installed electricity generation capacity, which is about 50% of the total production capacity in the country. Actually, according to our preliminary consolidated financial statements for 2023, the assets of the company is amounted to the approximately 14.4 billion euros. The revenue reached about 5.9 billion, and there are almost 20,000 people employed within the BEH group. Next one is a little bit more information concerning the capital markets. BEH is a well-known debt issuer on the international capital markets with strong positive reputation, given that the company has successfully placed 4 Eurobond issues, and all of them were listed on the Irish Stock Exchange. Apart from that, BEH also can rely on access to state guarantees and loans for the development of major investments by the companies within the holding structure. And in its capacity as a financial holding, BEH can provide funding to its subsidiaries in case of liquidity shortages. As in its role as a debt issuer on the capital markets, BEH's credit rating is regularly reviewed by Moody's and Fitch Ratings. You can see on this side the credit rating assigned to BEH by these 2 rating companies, which are BA1 and BB2 respectively. Here you can see the holding structure. A little bit more for our companies. Conditionally, the companies are divided to three segments. In the electricity segment, there is firstly, National Electricity Company, which is the public supplier of electricity in Bulgaria, mainly for the households.
It's not working? No. Try mine.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So the National Electricity Company owns the biggest hydropower plants in the country, with a total installed capacity of about 2,700 megawatts installed power. Also operates pumping storage hydropower plants in pumping mode there are 937 megawatts capacity. We have also the nuclear power plant in Kozlodui. This is the biggest power plant in Bulgaria with 2 nuclear power reactors, VVR 1000. These are pressurized water reactors, and The electricity which is generated by the company annually is about 1/3 of the total electricity which is generated in the country. On the next company is the biggest thermal power plant in the country with 1,600 megawatts installed capacity. This is the Măriță East 2 power plant. It is located in the Măriță East energy complex, the biggest complex in Bulgaria. We have also the electricity system operator, which is the independent TSO of the electricity grid in Bulgaria, and a brand new company, National Energy Operator, which is established in April 2023. Is focusing to developing green investment projects, including renewable energy generation, energy storage facilities, and also hydrogen production projects. So, moving to the next segment, the natural gas. We have two companies. First of them is Bulgargas, which is actually its business is trading of natural gas, and this is also the supplier of, this is a public supplier of natural gas in the country, and the independent transmission system for natural gas, Bulgar Transgas. On the next slide, you can see all business activities of the companies within the group. Almost all activities in the energy sector are covered from our companies. Few words for the strategy. Some of the major strategic goals of BE Group are including guaranteeing the security of the electricity and natural gas supply, investments in new projects for electricity generation with lower or without carbon footprint, as well as expansion of the electricity and the gas transmission systems and the existing underground natural gas storage in the town of Chiren. Also, it is important to notice the diversification of the natural gas sources and the roads via new interconnectors and LNG terminals. Energy sector. A few words for the liberalization of the electricity market in Bulgaria. It currently operates under a hybrid model with a regulated market segment only for the households and free market, which are functioning simultaneously. The companies within BE Group participate on both markets as they partially sell its generated electrical energy on the regulated market at regulated prices by the Energy and Water Regulatory Commission, and also on the free market, which is operated by the independent Bulgarian Energy Exchange. The liberalization process of the market is still ongoing, and the deadline for full market liberalization is until the end of 2025. But as of 1st of July this year, the role of NEC as a public supplier will be abolished, and the company activities will be limited only to production and trading of electricity generated by its own hydropower plants. So from 1st of January, as you can see, the full liberalization of the market is expected. On this slide, you can see some data concerning the electricity market. The generation mix in 2023, the produced electricity by the plants of BEH, and some average electricity prices in Bulgaria and the region. Similar slide for the natural gas segment with information concerning the natural gas traded by Bulgargas, and also transmitted quantities of natural gas by the TSO Bulgar Transgas and the allocation to consumers in 2023. So a little bit more for the investment projects within the group. Some major projects are the natural gas interconnector between Greece and Bulgaria. It was put into operation in December 2023. The capacity is 1.8 billion cubic meters per year with reverse flow capability. The total amount of the investment is about 82 million euros. With the project is co-financed by 27.6 million euro grant under the Connecting Europe facility, and also 4.7 million euros under the operational program Innovations and Competitiveness. The next project which should be mentioned is the existing Chiren underground storage facility, which we plan to increase its volume up to 1 BCM. The increased capacity will ensure the security of natural gas supply during the winter months of the year and will contribute to the liquidity of the gas market in the region. The indicative amount of the investment related to the expansion of Chiren is around 311 million euros. The next project is on the construction of new LNG terminal near Alexandroupolis in Greece. As this project is Bulgartransgaz, the independent TSO, is a shareholder in this project with 20%. Also, it should be mentioned that the electricity system operator is actually investing a lot of funds in the expansion of the electricity transmission system. Also, it should be mentioned something which is not here in the presentation, that in the last days of the 2023, the National Assembly of Republic of Bulgaria decided to take action towards the construction of 2 new nuclear power units, Unit 7 and 8, on the site of Kozloduy nuclear power plant. And they are going to be based on the AP1000 technology for the American company Westinghouse. We expect the final investment decision for the project to be taken somewhere in 2025. Some future investment opportunities. So that was all. Very brief. Thank you for your attention, and of course, if you have any questions, you can contact us on our investor relation email.
Thank you.
So,
thank you, Mr. Milkov. Thank you. You have mentioned a lot about the energetic landscape of Bulgaria, actually on the entrepreneurial side, on business and so on and so forth. What about the main opportunities or challenges in aligning Moldovan and Bulgarian opportunities in the energy? Are there some signs of boosting these opportunities, or how do you see this, especially here?
For future investments are mainly related to some projects which are in line with the European Green Deal and are towards the energy transition. Can we revert to...
Okay. Just a second.
Basically, more or less, projects related to renewable energy sources. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
So projects related with the energy transition, with low or without any carbon footprint, including renewable electricity generation. Of course, very important is the balancing of the electricity system, and in this relation, we will need for sure electricity storage facilities. Some other green some other green project as a hydrogen production in the future, geothermal energy, the digitalization of the grids, and I think that these are the main investment opportunities for the future, and of course the enormous project for the new nuclear power units in Kozloduy.
Thank you, Mr. Milkov. Thank you, and good luck in your endeavors for renewable energy. It's a hot topic now. Thank you. Thank you, and finally, but not the least, we are ending up our presentation panel with the presentation of our next guest speaker, Dr. Maria Hristova, which is Senior Executive Director at Sofia Invest Agency, exploring the startup ecosystem in Sofia. Dr. Hristova, the floor is yours, and thank you.
Thank you. Regarding the program, I have 2 minutes, so I'll be very fast. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
2 minutes. Okay. First of all, thank you very much for your invitation. It is an honor to be part of the Bulgarian delegation. It is a really great organization, and I heard many interesting and useful facts and topics about Moldova, about the investment intention, about incentives here, about your work, and I will present a short about Sofia Investment Agency. I'm Maria, and I'm the CEO of the agency. The Sofia Investment Agency is a part of the main administration of the city, of the capital of Bulgaria. So our main aim is to support local and foreign companies to create their businesses in Sofia. We are an administration, but we react as a business agency. We are actually a one-stop shop, and we have 2 target groups, the startups and the big investors, the big international companies who want to open their first offices and to upgrade their projects in the city. I have a pleasure to work with more than 40 experts in different kinds of fields who can help you with analysis, databases, consultancies, partnerships, and actually whatever you need, whenever you need it. We have our incentives too, and many programs and platforms that we created are great for the investment climate in Sofia. For example, we provide Class C certificate, which is only for the companies who want to make business in Sofia. The most important incentive is that you can buy a public plot, for example, without competition, exclusively. Of course, individual services, shortened administrative procedure, etc. What else? We have our green card. We initiated the biggest partnership, public-private partnership between us as administration structure and some of the biggest business companies who are interested to support startups ecosystem and the big international companies like real estate companies, like HR companies, accountants, etc. You know already some information about us. Here are some great reasons to invest in Sofia. We are a regional talent hub. Over 50% of the population has a university degree. High level of language fluency in English, Russian, German, Spanish, and French. You can see the numbers. Competitive business cost, low currency risk. Global R&D ICT leaders are already in Sofia, which is very important, you know, because of the ecosystem, like SAP Labs, VMware, IBM, Cisco, Bosch, Coca-Cola, Financial Times, etc. We are very well connected. Business-friendly tax rates, you know already, 10%, one of the lowest corporate tax in the EU. really easy to start and grow your business. You need only €1 capital requirement, 2 or 3 business days to register a company, really low fees to register a company. EU funding opportunities you know well, and great digital infrastructure, really great digital. This is our priority sectors. My colleagues thought that are very similar to yours. What about the information technologies? The sector plays a crucial role in Sofia's good performance compared to most other regions during the crisis. You see also the numbers. The growing popularity of artificial intelligence technologies has created a wave of startups in the country. Trade, finance, and media are leaders in the implementation of the AI in our country, with over 30 local companies developing solutions for those sectors. What else? You can see fintech. Fintech companies are supported by a number of investment funds, business angels, private investors, and local banks. You can see the segments of fintech venture investments. First of all, it's blockchain, crypto lending, personal finance, IT development, support for fintech, of course, payments, billing, capital markets, and insurance. Outsourcing and shared business services. You see the forecast for 2024 indicates that the industry will keep growing, and being a major pillar of Bulgaria's economy, its relative share in the country's GDP to reach 11.2%. The graph displays the leading outsourcing companies operating in our country. I told them already: VMware Bulgaria, EGT Interactive, IBM Bulgaria, SAP Labs Bulgaria, Modis Bulgaria, Visteon Electronics Bulgaria, Siemens, CNC's Progress Softwares, and Stimo. And last but not least, the creative industry. Sofia is the center of the cultural and creative industries, the main indicators of the economic significance of arts, cultural and creative industry, cultural heritage, and cultural tourism value added by factor, cost, person, employee turnover, number of organizations, foreign direct investment. Now I want to thank you and to play our video too.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Dear guests, the concluding part of our presentations and panel are actually a panel of discussion, and for it we have to be prepared and inspired, because actually the panel is a testament to the spirit of entrepreneurship and collaboration between our two countries. And here we will have leaders and visionaries that not only envisioned success, but have also navigated the path to make it a reality. And I'm very delighted to invite on the stage the following guest speakers. Mrs. Svetanka Krumova, First Deputy Chairman of the Managing Board of Moldinkom Bank. Mrs. Krumova, please take your seat here. Thank you. Thank you. Next is Mr. Eugeniu Baltag, Investor Relations Manager of Purcari Wines Group. Please applaud Purcari. Please take a seat there. Thank you. and Mrs. Galina Slav, Business Development Manager of Panda Tour. We all know, I think, Panda Tour. And Mrs. Slav, the floor is yours. Thank you, dear panelists and dear guests, for being with us, for your time, energy, and for your patience till now in order to listening to presentation and to welcome speeches. As far as I know, we are just proposing a relaxed format of our discussions. And in this respect, I would like Mrs. Krumova to share actually what should we know about Molding Bank in 2024. The floor is yours, Mrs. Krumova. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Is it okay? Do you hear me? Yeah, thanks. So I'm Tsvetanka Krumova, as you already know. I'm the first vice president of Molding Bank. This is, well, I'm here to speak about the success story of Molding Bank, one of the largest banks in the country, and the biggest, the largest Bulgarian investment in Moldova. So it happened in 2019. The Bulgarian Doveria United Holding, through its subsidiary, bought through an auction 68.88% of the stake of Molding Bank. Subsequently, they bought some more shares, and nowadays Doveria United Holding owns 78.21% of the shares of the bank. Well, let me first tell you what is Doveria United Holding. This is for our Moldovan friends here and guests, because maybe you don't know what is it. Doveria means trust. And Doveria United Holding is a successor of an ex-privatization fund. You know, the mass privatization, which was taking place during the 19th of the previous century, involved those privatization funds who were established to compete for the people's bonds, you know, the vouchers. Every adult in Bulgaria received vouchers for 25,000 Bulgarian leva. So these were 2.5 million people who had to invest, who had the opportunity to invest their vouchers. And there were 81 privatization funds established at the time, one of which was Doveria, you know, trust. There were such as, you know, trust, security, you know, future. This was the names of those privatization funds. And let me say, Doveria, it was established by 7 Bulgarian companies, among which a big bank, the State Insurance Institute, a radio, another media, which was an economic newspaper, and some other companies. So I may say that it was one of the most successful privatization funds at the time. This doesn't relate to the privatization fund I invested my vouchers and the vouchers of my family, because they just disappeared and I sold my shares for 1/10 of the nominal value. But yes, Doveria was really a successful one. And initially they had 250,000 people invested their vouchers in this in Doveria, which meant about 9% of the whole volume of vouchers in the country. After restructuring, according to the law, of course, the company was transformed into a holding company, and also the investment, because initially on the auctions, the Doveria, they participated in the auctions, and they had shares in 174 companies. And after restructuring, nowadays, it's different. The holding has, I said, 250,000 initially. Now they have 148,000 shareholders. and they restructured their portfolio also. In the meantime, during the in 2007-2008, Sopharma, which is the oldest and biggest Bulgarian pharmaceutical company, bought a substantial share in Duverie United Holding, and now Sopharma owns about 24% in the holding. And now what is the holding? It holds shares in 18 companies, which are in 8 different industries, including banking and ourselves. And they are headquartered in 8 different cities, 7 of them in Bulgaria and 1 here in Moldova, in Chisinau. This is Molding-Combank. It is one of the gurus of management, Peter Drucker, said that in every success story, behind it, there is a courageous decision. And you know, the courageous decision of Duverie to buy the shares of Molding-Combank, I think that was really courageous. Why? Because at that time, 2019, if you Googled Molding-Combank, well, Molding-Combank at that time was in administration by the National Bank. And if you Googled the name Molding-Combank, all you get from Google was Russian laundromat, you know? That's true. Yeah, that's true. So this is why I say it was a courageous decision to invest in the Moldovan market and to invest in Molding-Combank. And what happened next? I'll tell you what happened with Duverie United Holding. After 1 year after the investment, the share price, I forgot to tell you that now Duverie is a public listed company on the Bulgarian Stock Exchange, and it is one of the major ones at the stock exchange by volume, free trade. And only 1 year after the investment in Molding-Combank, the share price of Duverie went up with by 270%. And now, and more, even more after that. After those years, I looked at the prices. 2019, the price was 2.5, and now it is around 9, 10, something like that. You know, you can imagine. So this is what happened after the decision to invest. And yes, about Molding-Combank. This is for our Bulgarian friends here and guests. What is Molding-Combank? Moldova Industrial and Construction Bank. This is what it means, Mold-Ind-Con Bank. In the 50s of the last century, exactly 1956, Molding-Combank, it was not Molding-Combank, actually it was a branch of the then USSR Stroybank, Prom-Stroybank, you know, Industrial and Construction Bank. After the political changes and the independence of Moldova, in 1991, on the basis of this branch was established a shareholding company, a joint stock company, and a bank with the name, which it has until now. It was on the 25th of October, 1991. And I told you a little bit of the history. Well, there was a good history, there was a bad history all these years. And what is Molding-Combank now, you know? Now it is the second largest bank in the country with 1.6 billion euro assets. But because the theme now is success, and success is not only numbers, it's not only wealth. Success is about the impact we have in this world and in the society. So what is the impact of Molding-Combank in Moldova? Well, we have 1 million customers. And we are leader in payment cards. We have 1.2 million payment cards issues, but we are leader in the ones that are active. We have about 800,000 active payment cards. This is about 30 something, it's 40% of the market. But we have 35% of the social cards in this country. Also, we are leader. We have more than 30% in the mortgage lending. What does that mean? It means that now, in this moment, 1,451 houses are funded by our bank in this country. Also, we have a huge leadership stake in the payment volume, which for last year it was more than 500 million US dollars. I mean the international. What does that mean? This means that all those Moldovan people that are working and living abroad and helping their families and thus helping the economy are making their payments through our bank also. So, yes, all those figures you can see in our website, in the social media, wherever. Yeah. It is not only about figures. It is about vision and mission of the bank to be among the leaders in this market, to be customer-centric, to be very close to our customers. Our slogan is Mereu alături, always besides you, always by your side. Yes? Did you say it right? Yeah? Was my pronunciation, was it right? Okay, thank you. Yes, so we also strive to be the best employer in the country, the employer of choice. To build the best team, and in any case, to strive for excellence in the banking sector of Moldova. So yes, about people in our bank, we have 133 points of sales, which means 70 branch offices and 63 agencies. We employ 1,690 people, of which 70% are women, and 85% have high education, including bachelor, master, and doctor. Actually, we have one doctor. And yes, we have more than 60% of our employees are at age less than 40 years. So I think this is what happened with the largest Bulgarian investment in Moldova. We went through a process of transformation last year. We implemented a new banking core system, which we expect to give to push the development of digital services and to maybe leapfrog and be the best in the market. Yes, what else? We also are very, very thoughtful about the responsibility and sustainability of our business, and working very hard to make it be like that and to be more and more green. It has to be, especially going towards the European Union. So this is our success story. I hope you like it and take some example of it. To conclude, I asked yesterday, I was thinking, what should I conclude with? And I asked ChatGPT, what is success? And we had a little discussion with it or him or her, I don't know how to address, ChatGPT. And in the end, we ended up with a poem about success. And please allow me to read it to you. Yeah, let me find it. The poem. Yes, here it is. Success is not a distant star, but the journey, near and far. It's in the lessons hard won and learned, in every twist and turn discerned. So dare to dream and dare to strive, in every moment feel alive, for success is not in reaching the end, but in the journey where hearts transcend. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Krumova. For sure, you have the paid version of ChatGPT for this poem. It's a paid version. It's a project. It's a free version of ChatGPT. Ah, okay. What poem could ChatGPT paid version deliver then? Okay, great. Thank you. We have listened about the truly success of Molding Bank, and actually, my questions is related to business services. As earlier we mentioned investments, we mentioned IT ecosystem and economic development. And what about pipeline services for businesses that is envisaging Molding Bank for businesses locally or regionally? What do you envisage? What do you plan in order to support business services? I don't know, export credits or other things that are in your pipeline and could be a surprise for us. Thank you.
Well, there's no surprise. We're a universal bank, so we offer all available services in this market. Also, we participate in all the international programs which are offered through the Moldovan Agency for International Funding. We offer competitive terms for all the banking products, including for small and medium enterprises and for large corporations. So welcome, be in contact with us. We can be tailor-made. We have also standard products, and that's all I can say about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's applaud Mrs. Krumova, the poem and the attitude, the emotional speech that actually Mrs. Krumova had. Thank you. And our next guest speaker is Mr. Baltag, which is actually from Purcari Wineries Group. And the same question, Mr. Baltag, what should we know about Purcari Wineries Group in 2024? Thank you.
Thank you. First of all, здравейте. Hello and welcome to Moldova. Bună ziua la toți. Indeed, it's very complicated to explain about Purcari only in 10 or 12 minutes because it takes a toast in wine just 10 minutes. But I will try to do it very fast. Of course, being a speaker allows me to stretch a little bit, you know, because we are here 3 hours in the meeting. And please allow me to stretch you as well. Who likes white wine? Please raise your hand. Okay. Who likes red wine? Okay. Who likes Bulgarian wine? And who likes Moldovan wine? So actually, I have finished my presentation. We are Purcari Wineries Group. We have production facilities in several countries. We produce white and red wines.
Thank you, Mr. Baltag.
Now, getting back to business because I have 9 minutes more. So first of all, we are a group of wineries. We are presented in 3 countries. So we are present in the Republic of Moldova, we are presented in Romania, and since 2021 we are presented in Bulgaria. So actually you may see, it's not working, but in the left corner you may see we have several wineries. So Purcari Winery, Bostavan, Domeni Licuza, and Bardar, which produce not wine but Divin or cognac, are present in the Republic of Moldova, when Crama Ceptura is in Romania, and Angel's Estate is our latest addition in Bulgaria. So we are most awarded winery in CE region. We are fast-growing company and largest exporter of bottled wine from Moldova. We are exporting in more than 40 countries around the world, so including Bulgaria right now. So yeah, few figures, because you know wine is good, but wine backed up with figures is better. So we have a long story, a long history of growth. First of all, you may see our evolution from 2014, And why we're mentioning 2014 here is it was the second embargo from Russia, and was a crucial moment when Purcari Winery Group decided to reorient it from Eastern markets to Western markets. So our journey started, let's say, starting 2014, and in 9 years or 10 years, we managed to increase by 6 times our revenue. All the figures here are in Romanian leu, so divide by 5 to get euros figures. Then, if to speak about EBITDA, we have managed to increase it by 11 times, so we are very close to 100 million RON in 2023. And if to speak about net income, as I was mentioning, 2014, we have lost 85% of the Eastern markets, so actually we were loss-making at that time. But meantime, we have managed to grow, to be profitable, to sell wine, and now we are 60 million RON in net profit. Okay, our business model is quite simple. It's affordable luxury. It means we produce and sell and deliver to our consumers high-quality wine at a lower price when other reputable wineries are selling, for example, from France, Italy, or Spain. And this model proved very successful during, let's say, during the pandemic, during invasion of Russia and Ukraine, so during these geopolitical shifts. On this slide, I will mention only about our vision and will leave you to read the rest of the slide. So our vision is to become the undisputable wine champion in the CE region and to consolidate this very fragmented wine industry. But later, I will go into detail about this. Again, a full slide with a lot of figures. What you have to understand from here, yeah, we are profitable, we are selling wine, we are growing year by year. So we grew last year by 22%. As well, our net profit margin, EBITDA margin, so profitability is very strong. It's very important to grow in sales, but most important to have profitable sales, because you have to be accountable towards your shareholders. Again, our balance sheet is very strong, and for example, our debt to equity is only at 40%. Our net debt to EBITDA is at 1.25. Actually, when we have acquired the winery in Bulgaria, we have managed to acquire from our internal resources, so we didn't have to go to Molding Bank, for example, to take a loan for that. So we're self-sufficient, but our business requires a lot of working capital. Okay, I really like this slide. So each dot on the map actually represents a region on the world where our wine have been scanned. So Vivino is an app. It has more than 70 million users. So actually, people when go to a supermarket, they scan our label, a dot will be there. So actually, you may see our geographical distribution of our sales. You may see the clusters, but as I mentioned, we are focusing on the CE region. But nevertheless, we are looking towards other markets, and we are exporting to over 40 countries around the world. On this map, we even have sales to some countries in Africa, but is not included on this slide. Okay, in 2021, we were most awarded winery in the world, so we received more than 300 medals at the most reputable competitions. So when speaking about wine, or about wine business, quality is crucial. And after that, it goes marketing, selling, and other plans. Okay, this was briefly about our company, and now let's speak about investing, our M&A policy. As I mentioned at the beginning, our vision is to be the CE leader, and actually you may see the geographical footprint where we are present. So with dark red or dark Bordeaux, you may see our presence in Moldova, where we have started. When we moved to Romania, from 2021, we are present in Bulgaria. You see, we really like coloring the map. So you may see other markets where we are focusing, and we are looking for targets in order to expand geographically and be a leader in this market. And here a few words about Angels Estate. Who have heard about Angels Estate? It's in Sliven. Okay, very nice. So my job is it will be quite easy. So we have acquired in 2022 76% stake in Angels Estate. It's a full cycle winery, 100 hectares of vineyards. It has everything like from bottling, from agriculture, ending with around 3% of a market share. The only thing what they didn't have at that moment, they didn't have profits. So our scope right now is to have a turnaround for this company, to make it a leader locally and then go globally. So actually, we heard a lot of things today about competition between some IT sector in Moldova, IT sector in Bulgaria. It's not the same case with wine. We are looking to present a full palette of wines, either from Moldova, either from Romania, either from Bulgaria, globally. Because our focus is not to fight only small pie of, I don't know, 29 million, because 2.6 million of Moldovans, around 20 million people of Romanians, and around, let's say, 6.4, yeah, today was a figure, of Bulgarians, 29 millions. We are focusing on a global pie, and we are targeting not only this region, but we are focusing all around the world. So our main scope right now is to do Angels Estate, one of the leaders on Bulgarian wine market, because you have to be proud of such exceptional wine, which could be produced in Bulgaria, and go internationally. So by the way, Bulgaria in the 60s and 70s was one of the leaders in exporting wine to United Kingdom, for example. Position which they have lost. So actually, both Moldova and Bulgarians got in the same trap, which somehow was created by the Soviet Union to produce mass volumes of wine, cheaper wine, but a lower quality. Now the focus is vice versa. You have to produce, like, more is less. You have to produce more quality, and then you will position yourselves better than your competition. Okay, if to speak again about investments, here you have an aerial view of Purcari Winery, which is located at 120 kilometers from here. Hope you have a chance to visit it. It's worth. And here you may see our investments which were done in the last 3 years. So actually we were listed on Bucharest Stock Exchange in 2018. We had to extend our capacities because, as I mentioned, in 2014 we were selling 60 million RON. Now we're selling close to 370 million. So actually all of these are investments which we have undertook here at one of our winery in Moldova. And we are not stopping here. As well, we have the first irrigated parcels of vineyards in Moldova. So actually we are irrigating around 300 hectares of vineyards. And again, here in Moldova, we are working more in a Spartanic way because we are not subsidized from EU as our, let's say, colleagues from Romania or Bulgaria. And this is why we are more hungry, let's say, to succeed and looking forward to ensure a sustainable growth of wine industry. Okay, other investments which we have done, again, partly it was correlated with these geopolitical shifts after Russia invaded Ukraine. In less than 2 years, we have installed closely to 1 megawatt of solar panels. So actually, we are ensuring around 30% of necessities of electricity. At Purcari Wineries, we are securing, only at Purcari Winery, we are securing around 40%, close to 50%. At other wineries, we are gradually increasing this to 10, 15%. As well, we have built a warehouse at Crama Ceptura Winery in Romania for 1 million bottle storage capacity, because this serves for us as an export platform to European Union. So actually, as I said, only 18% of the wines we are producing are consumed, for example, in our local markets. The rest we are exporting. So our focus is on export base. Okay, again, about guidance, you saw the figures for 2023. We are very ambitious, and we are planning to grow, to prove a continuous growth. So for the next year, we are planning to grow by 16 up to 20%, because we are a group of companies. If to speak only about wine business, because we have two business, waste recycling business and wine business. If to speak about wine business, we are planning to grow between 20 and 20%. If to speak about EBITDA margins and net income margins, we are placing somewhere between 26 and 28 and 14 and 16%. It is not an easy job to grow year by double digits, considering what is happening in the region, but we have a really strong team and we know what we are doing. But of course we have, as I said, to maintain high quality of wine and to convince each of you to try our wine, and then of course hope that this flywheel will turn and you'll be a repetitive consumer. Okay, I was speaking about the guidance, then I think, yeah, one of the last slides. As I said, we are listed on Bucharest Stock Exchange. We have more than 10,000 shareholders. Around 20% of them are physical people, so it means individual people. It means you can now open an account on brokerage firm in Romania and invest in Purcari Wineries Group. And we have around 80% of institutional investors, so large companies. You may see the main companies which are invested in us. Then we have 3 investment funds from Bulgaria invested in us. Cumulatively, they have around 1% of our stake. Last year, we were number 4 best performing company on Bucharest Stock Exchange as a listed company. We have managed to grow by 69% during the year. Of course, this comes after a sharp drop in 2020 when, due to the fact that 2/3 of our assets are located in Moldova, and the war started in Ukraine, our stock price was quite volatile and lost 49%. But nevertheless, 2 years after the war started, we are at the same level as we were pre-war. And of course, we are paying dividends. We have a strong dividend policy. We are paying around up to 50% of the net profit we are distributing to our shareholders. So actually, a shareholder in Purcari Wineries Group can benefit from 3 points. First, the price can go up. Okay, it can go down as well. So please assess the risks. Then the dividends, which we are paying. So we have long track of paying dividends. Usually the dividend yield is around 5%. And third one, if you like wine, you buy wine, you enjoy it, and after that you receive that cashback. Usually banks provide the cashback through dividends. So yeah, this was quick story. Here you may see how our evolution, the evolution of our stock price. You see the wine, and then you see the BET index. So the BET represent 20 most important companies on the Bucharest Stock Exchange. We are included in this index as well. So we have outperformed it. Then again, you may believe me or not, but usually to understand if a company is worth analyzing or worth investing, you have to compare it with its peers. Yeah, either it's a banking system, either it's an IT system. The same things works for a winery as well. So here you may see EBITDA margins for 2023 for main wine players, so large wineries groups around the world which are listed on stock exchange. And you may see that our EBITDA margin is almost twice than the average. Then to move forward, you have to look for P multiples, so the price we are trading. Actually, we are almost 3 times below the average. So to simplify this, we are quite undervalued, mainly due to the fact of the region, but we have 2/3 of our assets in Moldova. But what we know and what let's say last 5 years, almost 6 years proved since our IPO, you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent in quality. You have to be consistent in your business model. You have to be consistent in your vision, in your credo. You have to deliver strong fundamentals. And after that, the price will just go up. So now we are very well placed. We have managed to become even stronger. We have diversified ourselves. We are present with production facilities in 3 countries, already repeating me, Moldova, Romania, and Bulgaria. We have under our management more than 1,400 hectares of vineyards. we are selling in more than 40 countries around the world. So yeah, we have enough wine definitely for the entire population of these 3 countries we were mentioning about. So my speech is ending here. I'm just welcoming you to try our wines, either from Purcari Winery, either from Crama Ceptura, which is a Romanian, from Bostavan, from Bardar, from Domeniile Cuza, and from Angels Estate. This way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And truly, the newest rating of Standard & Poor's ranked good old wine second among the luxury retaining products. So the first is old whiskey, the second is old wine, and then it's jewelry, diamonds, and so on and so forth. So wine is truly a very good retaining luxury product. And in this respect, can you please share some, let's say, some strategies or some instruments that work the best in entering new markets? Maybe in Romania, maybe in Bulgaria. What lessons learned actually we can learn from this? Thank you.
The only thing I can say is like wine is connecting people, and it started not yesterday. It haven't started 10 years ago. We have a strong heritage of more than 6,000 years. First of all, you have to analyze each market in detail, because there is not a golden rule, like, or a silver lining or silver bullet, like something will work the same either in Romania or Moldova. You have to understand the market, you have to understand the consumer. One thing is unchanged, is the quality of wine. And we are starting from here. So actually we are combining high quality of wine, very good price, and of course marketing. So these 3 together with a strong team, as our GM in Romania say, so we are destined for success. So yeah, we are doing simple things. We are not doing ChatGPT or something else or other fancy IT stuff. We are producing wine, quality wine, which help other industries when they celebrate, I don't know, a successful investment or a successful sprint in investment, to celebrate with our products. Yeah.
And maybe to try a poem about wine with ChatGPT.
Definitely, but I guess I will require at least 60 minutes for that.
Thank you, Mr. Baltag. And our next speaker is Mrs. Slav, as business developer manager of Panda Tour. Mrs. Slav, what should you know about Panda Tour in 2024?
Hello, everyone. I will be very short. Panda Tour is a tour operator and the DMC. Recently, we started being also a DMC to meet the clients from other countries. So far, we have clients from Romania. So how Panda Tour started? They started their operation in 2010. Firstly, by offering excursions to different countries. It started firstly from offering excursions to Crimea. At that time, it was Ukraine part. And then step by step, it grew. At the moment, Panda Tour is offering a lot of excursions to different countries in Europe, in India, in Israel. So far in Bulgaria we didn't start, but we hope we will start it as well. And we are offering also tour packages for the beach holidays in different countries like Turkey, Greece, Bulgaria. And we are offering also visa support for some countries where the Moldovan citizens need visas. Nowadays, Panda Tour has 5 branches. So the headquarters is located in Chișinău, and we have 5 branches in different cities in Moldova, and also we expanded now to Romania as well, and we have our branches in Iași, in Brașov, and in Bucharest. Recently we started operating. If we look to the numbers, comparing to the 2022, in 2023, we produced 65, we sold 65,000 people to different countries, and we can see that 21% of this number is to Bulgaria, which is 9% higher than it was in 2022. We didn't put here the previous years of the pandemic and post-pandemic because the numbers were not so good. We can see that to Bulgaria we have quite a good percentage, which means that our clients like Bulgaria and they are satisfied with the services provided by Bulgarian hospitality, which is also meaning that Bulgaria is an affordable destination for our clients, and it is good for both for our clients and both for Bulgaria as well. So our clients, they can get a good quality value for money vacation in Bulgaria, and as well it is good for Bulgarian tourism sector and economics, because every client, they spend money in the hotels, in restaurants and recreational areas, etc. This was the numbers of success of Panda Tour, and we see that in 2023 comparing to 2022, the numbers sold to Bulgaria were increased by 81.12%, and in 2024 we are striving to increase this number. If we look to the tourism that was brought by tourism companies generally in Moldova, so we can see that the increase was for the number of foreign citizens who visited Moldova through travel agencies by 50.3% compared to the previous years. And we can see also that the majority of the tourists who came to Moldova, the majority came from Romania. It is 38.9%, from Italy 14.4%, from Ukraine, from Germany, USA, Belgium, France and Poland. And unfortunately we can't see here Bulgaria, but we as a DMC would be happy to serve clients from Bulgaria here in Moldova. We know that there is a huge potential of Bulgarian market to travel, and Moldova can be one of these countries. We have a lot of things to show to Bulgarian clients here. We have very nice wineries to show. We can make gastronomic tours, cultural tours. So the only thing that is missing is what we think is the connection of flights, connection by flights the two countries. So far, if we look to the numbers that we produced to Bulgaria, for example, it is the clients who we are sending to Bulgaria by road transportation, by bus. but we think that if there is a flight connection between two countries, that will help us to build a partnership, a mutual partnership. So both the clients from here can go to Bulgaria, and from Bulgaria can travel to here. So we hope that with our mutual support of each other and our efforts of both of our countries can bring us to build a solid and long-term partnership in terms of serving our citizens in our countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Slav. Thank you for presenting the landscape of tourism, and we for sure know that year on year Bulgaria is on the second place or in the third place as preferences for our Moldovan citizens in going in a holiday. And in this respect, what emerging trends do you observe in the tourism recently? What is new and what you should expect in order to summer offers or winter offers, maybe in Bulgaria or in the region? Thank you.
Could you please repeat? You asked me.
The emerging trends in tourism. What are new? I don't know, packages or maybe offers or maybe initiatives you can propose for summer or for winter holidays in this respect. Maybe some new on the market for packages for Bulgarians here, for Moldovan to Bulgaria, or generally for the region.
It is quite not surprising that we can offer everything what offering the other DMCs as well. It is first of all traditional tours throughout the country, and also wineries, because people like we have a very quality wine here in Moldova, and we need to promote wineries, because the people who like quality wine, for them it will be very good to come even to compare the wine in Bulgaria and in Moldova, and the gastronomic tours as well.
Thank you, and let's thank all our panelists and guest speakers from their insights and their presentations. And actually, thank you. And actually, here we end our panels and our presentations. We extend our welcome invitation for a networking lunch here that will last 1 hour. And right after the lunch, we will have the chance to be involved in the prepared and organized business-to-business sessions and government-to-business sessions. And please take this opportunity for initiating discussions and relationships. And thank you for your time, patience, energy, and of course enjoy your lunch. And thank you. Enjoy.
This is the way we, Moldovans, greet each other. With this word, we wish each other good luck when we begin our journeys. Our roads always bring you to a place where you feel like home. This is Moldova, a tree that grows on a fertile land. And this is how we want to be known to the whole world. That is why the Tree of Life